Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
We need a one-time lump sum payment, like a $2,000 check, a $1,400 check. That would help us out right now, get our heads above water, and bring us back to even, or close to even for now anyway. And then it would help us going forward. But the problem is, with just a one-time check, it's not going to do much. It's going to help us out very, very short term. Essentially, it's going to come in the door, and it's going to go right back out the other door simply because we need it to catch up on all of our bills, our utilities, any balances that we've been floating on a credit card, any loans that we've been taking from friends, family, neighbors, people like this. So a lot of you have been saying, yes, a lump sum payment would be great, but ultimately, we need that one-time lump sum payment and then followed up by anywhere between, again, the range varies a little bit, but I would say the vast majority of you are saying anywhere between about $250 and $500 every single month, ongoing for about a year. Essentially, that's what many of you are saying. Is what's very interesting about this is most of you are not saying, we need this for 10 years. No, in fact, the vast majority of you are saying, we only need this for about 1 year. Get us beyond this whole inflation issue and situation that we're living through right now, and we'll be good to go. We'll be fine again, just like we were prior to 2020. It was tough, don't get me wrong. It was a hard time. Things were a little bit rough back then, but realistically, at least we still got by. Our benefits still got us by each and every month. But right now, many of you are reaching out saying, it's not even doing it anymore. It's not even getting us close. This 841 that we're living on from SSI, it's not even getting close. The 900 from ssdi, not even close. The maybe 950 from retirement benefits or the 742 from retirement benefits, it's simply not enough right now. There's no way we can do this anymore, whereas prior to 2020, we could get by. It was a stretch, but we still could do it. It was tough times, but we were still able to do it. Now, we can't even swing it on these little payments anymore going forward. So, I've been reading through a lot more comments on that video. Again, a lot of really, really great comments. So again, I cannot thank you enough for watching that video as well as leaving your comments down below. I've learned a ton from hundreds and hundreds of you leaving comments on that video that I've been reading through. A lot of really, really good stuff. But the trends that I'm seeing, and here's something else that I want to point out that's very, very interesting that I've also been pulling out of the comment section here on those videos. Now that I've had a little bit more time to read through hundreds more comments on that video, I've seen this come up a number of different times, and I think this is very, very interesting. A number of you have reached out and said, here's the problem. Usually, we're fine for the first half of the month or so. We're usually good to go. On our monthly benefit, we're fine. No big deal. We live our lives, and, you know, it's a little bit tough, but for the most part, for the first 2 weeks or so of the month, we're fine. But then, that's when it happens. Usually about halfway through the month, and again, it varies a little bit. Some of you have said about 14 days in or about 2 weeks in. Some have said about 20 days in. It varies a little bit, but essentially it all boils down to about halfway through the month. Those of you that have been leaving the comments on that video from a couple days ago have been saying, it's about halfway through the month, that's when the problems start to set in. All of a sudden, the money disappears. We got 2 weeks left to go in the month, and I've got nothing left. I got 14 cents left in my bank account. I've got 23 cents left on my Direct Express card. At halfway through the month, I'm already reaching out to friends and family because I've used up my entire benefit, whereas, 2 years ago, your entire benefit got you through the entire month with maybe scraping by the last couple days and maybe a few cents left in your account, and it was kind of tough those last couple days. But now what's happened, rather than just the last few days of the month being tough, now it's extended out into being basically the second half of the month. So, some very interesting developments here that I've been seeing in the comment section on those videos there, and kind of laying this out a little bit more clearly. So, and essentially what it all comes down to is, again, time and time again, so many of you are reaching out saying all it would really take is about $250, $300, $400, maybe $500. And again, everybody's situation is different. I did see a few comments that said $600 would get the job done. $1,000 a month would get the job done. But I would say the vast, vast majority of people gave the range anywhere between $250 and $500 a month is all it would really take to bring you back up and to help you out during this time, just to really cover the basic necessities. Now, here's what else is very interesting about this. At the same time that I was talking about these couple videos here a couple days ago and the information, I've also seen a couple more reports that come out, and surprise, surprise, guess what the reports are saying? Yes, the average household is spending an extra $250 to $276 every single month on living expenses. What a coincidence, huh? That's exactly what everybody here in the community is saying. All it's going to take is an extra $250 to $300, maybe $500 a month. And according to these reports that I just found, yes, they're giving literally the exact same numbers. I mean, seriously, what a coincidence, right? I mean, seriously, the reports I found two different reports, and they gave two different numbers. One report said $250 a month is what people are spending more right now due to inflation, and the other report said that the average household is spending an extra $276 per month right now because of inflation. I mean, seriously, how coincidental is that? I mean, seriously, exactly what we've been talking about right here. So once again, the evidence is pointing toward exactly what people need right now during this time. So, I don't know, very interesting stuff. But why am I talking about this, and why is all of this information very important? Because here's the thing, we're doing all of the calculations. We're running all the numbers here. We're gathering all the data that we can present to Congress, or anybody that may listen that has the authority to actually do something. Congress, by the way. Hashtag Congress. Yes, they're the ones who have the authority to do this. And of course, the president to sign off on it and approve something. But at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, essentially all it would really take is essentially Congress approving so-called a child tax credit, or what we could call it is an adult tax credit. As we already know, they want to re-implement the adult tax credit, the child tax credit, but they've also been talking about potentially implementing an adult tax credit. Essentially what it would be is the exact same thing that they've already approved for the child tax credit payments for 36 to 38 million families, doing the exact same thing for the low-income adults out there who maybe don't have qualifying children right now, right? I don't know. Seems like a pretty good strategy and a pretty good resolution and solution to so much that is going on right now. So, we do know that Congress is currently working on this right now, in part as a result of the stimulus package, or the revised Build Back Better agenda that they're working on right now. That is one of the major provisions that they're also working on, is reinstating those monthly payments. Because here we are, basically 2 months, well, a month and a half or so into the year so far, and they're already starting to say, hey, those, $250 to $300 payments that went out the second half of 2021, all of those families that were receiving them started to rely on those hundreds of dollars every single month, each and every month, through the second half of 2021. As a result of that, now that the payments have stopped, a lot of these families don't even know what to do anymore because the money dried up and they were reliant on that money. Just like we talked about in the last video I posted a little while ago, earlier today, where I was saying when people start to rely on a certain amount of money, if that money disappears, all of a sudden it becomes a very bad situation, right? So anyway, we ran all the numbers in those videos a couple days ago, but realistically, it would only cost between $12.5 and $15 billion a month to get this done for about 50 million beneficiaries and really lift them up. Not only would that do, it would lift them up to above the poverty line, perfectly consistent with what exactly the president has been saying for a while now. No older adults or people with disabilities should ever need to live in poverty in America, including those people living on a fixed income. Doesn't matter if it's somebody living on a fixed income, doesn't matter who it is, it does not matter at all. Anybody living below the poverty line is, by definition of the president, nobody should be living that way, right? Well, there's a lot of people living below the poverty line right now. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember the exact number. I know that I saw it a few months ago, but it's like in the tens of millions of people that are living in poverty in this country. Weird, especially as we can continue to claim to be one of the richest countries in the world. Does that make any sense? The most affluent country in the world, and we have this many people in poverty? I don't know. Something seems weird about that equation, right? Something doesn't make sense. The dots are not aligning. But again, that's just what happens in my head. I don't know. But I could be totally crazy. I could be totally wrong. What do I know, right? I'm just some random dude. But anyway, I tend to think very logically. I'm one of these people that I like to look at everything practically. I'm a realist, and I like to think very logically. That's just how I'm programmed. But again, I don't know. Maybe I need to look at it from the perspective of Congress, which I don't know if I can program my mind to think that way.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.